Sustainability in construction. Relating to wastage on the construction site. Sustainability in construction is essential for minimizing the environmental impact of waste generated on construction sites. Effective waste management not only conserves resources, but also supports the socio-economic development of communities. By analyzing various sustainability theories and models, we can identify innovative approaches to reduce construction waste and enhance project outcomes. Technologies such as simulations help streamline cross-border projects and optimize waste management strategies. Ultimately, adopting sustainable practices ensures long-term benefits, while policy recommendations drive industry-wide improvements. The study analyzes the sustainability of construction project by effective waste management. The sustainability theories and models are evaluated for the sustainable development of construction project. The construction industry is an important factor, plays a crucial role in bringing about socio-economic development in the country. Hence, waste management at the construction sites is essential for resolving detrimental impacts on the environment and surroundings. The wastes generated at the construction sites have led to depletion of the resources, thereby giving rise to the need of adopting sustainable construction. Moreover, the use of technology to achieve simulations in the cross-border constructions and associated waste management, while achieving the simulated working approach of the stakeholders, has also been described in depth. This research will help in finding appropriate methods for the waste management in global construction industry. The following study is a research proposal that aims to analyse the sustainability of construction project by effective waste management. The relevant theories and models are analysed to explore the sustainable development of construction project. Numerous researches have been performed in the past to identify and analyse the detrimental impacts of the construction industry on the environment. However, not many of them have been able to highlight the management techniques that could be used to ensure sustainability in construction. In this section of the study, the gap of knowledge between the existing studies and the knowledge obtained by this particular research will be discussed. In the study conducted for analysis, the challenges related to solid waste management in the developing countries have been discussed. Here, the researchers have successfully identified the detrimental impact of the waste generation over natural development, but they have loosely focused on the construction industry particularly. Sustainable construction has referred to as the progressive way in which development can be continued without avoiding the responsibility of taking care of the natural environment, had performed a similar study. In the study, the researchers have formulated a strategic implementation model for sustainable construction waste management, but they failed to specify the economic theories and models that were used for formulating the strategic model. The above researchers may have identified the detrimental impact of the construction industry over natural development, but none of them have been able to focus on the sustainable development by waste management techniques. Therefore, this particular research will not only identify the gap of knowledge with the previous researchers, but also makes an attempt to mitigate them. Therefore, the present research aims to focus on sustainability in construction relating to wastage on construction sites, with the use of appropriate models and theories of construction. The UK government has taken some drastic steps for minimising the pollution due to wastage. For this purpose, the government of the country has surveyed that around 35% of the total wastage generated in the country is due to the bad engineering standard. Therefore, it has been taken as one of the most important actions to minimise the wastage by implementing proper waste management strategy in the government level. In 2015, the UK government has formed a special committee which shall notice the wastage of the country and compare the wastage data with other European countries. The Special Task Force has also been formed by appointing engineers and environmental scientists in the current year. Landfill tax penalty strategy has also been taken as a step for measurement the wastage in the UK. GBP 84.40 per tonne has been set out to charge to the construction companies to optimise the construction wastage. The study aims to understand and analyse the needs and impacts of sustainability in construction relating to waste management on construction sites. The following are the primary aims of the research: to evaluate the impact of wastes generated at the construction sites on sustainability in construction, to understand the importance of waste management to attain sustainability in construction. The following are the subsidiary objectives of the research: to compare and contrast the various waste management practices which are already in use or have potential future application scopes, to develop a model for waste management on construction sites, to recommend policies to mitigate the problems related to waste management systems at construction sites. Based on the findings from the statistical data obtained, the research will make valuable contributions in the evaluation of sustainability in construction relating to wastage on construction sites. With the use of the following theories and models, the sustainability of the construction industry can be analysed in terms of sustainable waste management. Theoretical framework of sustainable waste management at construction sites. With reference to the following theories of waste management, the researcher can evaluate the contribution of existing literature on sustainability in construction relating to wastage in construction sites. Land management paradigm. This modern theory of land administration takes into consideration the tenure and value and use and development of land. Faniran and Cabin, 2012, p. 182. According to this paradigm, every country makes use of various tools and techniques to frame the land policy goals to manage the land resources. Flick, 2015. Thus, with the help of this theory, the construction companies in UK would be able to design suitable strategies for handling the resources required for construction works. Natural capitalism. According to this theory, there are only three forms of capital, namely land, labour and produced capital resources. Madawar et al. 2013, PARS 872. Only these three forms of capital are to be used for evaluating the sustainability in construction. Therefore, the natural capitalism theory might be of immense importance for the UK construction companies, as the organisations might be able to evaluate the type of land, labour requirements and resources required, which would help in waste elimination. In a construction site, the four main components are required to meet up the requirement of the setting. The component of radical resource productivity helps to obtain similar or excess amount of productivity from the utilised resource. It helps to maintain and earn profit in the constructional business. Sustainable solution for different kind of challenges is obtained from the component named biomimicry. Balance between service and economy help to control the expenditure of the construction business. Pietro Simoli and Monroy, 2013, PSARS 683. Finally, it handles the existing issue in the current condition. Utilisation of natural capital is a requirement that helps to accomplish the entire justification of the site setting. Risk management. According to the theory of risk management, there exist 5 phases of waste management. These include identifying and assessing the risks, assessing the vulnerability of the assets to specific risks, determining the consequences and probability of facing the risks, identifying the measures of reducing risk, and prioritising the measures of risk reduction. Gaston Ledford, 2014. Thus, the UK construction companies could develop a risk register matrix to track all the risks associated with the construction sites and assign each personnel within the organisation to mitigate such risks. The identified risks could be mitigated with an appropriate action plans, which would lead to efficient waste management in the construction sites. Public policy instruments. In this theory, the instruments used by the government are used for the implementation of the policies and achievement of the goals of sustainability. It is inclusive of the methods of mandates, inducements, building of capital, changing systems, and the policy of hortatory. Thus, the UK construction companies are needed to make effective utilisation of the public policy instruments, as it would ensure sustainability in construction and reduction in wastes. Life Cycle Analysis Matrix. This theory identifies the possible impacts of product or infrastructure on the environment, people, and the economy. Hence, the construction companies in UK need to choose the right suppliers for accumulating higher quality of raw materials and other resources by ignoring the pricing structure of the same. In addition, the use of higher quality of materials would reduce the wastes along with maintaining the sustainability in construction works. A comprehensive approach to sustainability in the UK construction industry involves several key theories and tools. Cost-benefit analysis helps organisations estimate project feasibility by considering both tangible and intangible benefits, informing budget and quality control techniques. Spatial data infrastructure hierarchies facilitate efficient cross-border collaborations and improve decision-making. The eco-strategy wheel, combined with Six Sigma, drives waste reduction and eco-friendly production methods. Adaptive management and the sustainability maturity model guide project planning and risk assessment, while Moore's strategic triangle emphasizes public value and effective resource use. Cost-benefit analysis. This theory assesses the feasibility of the construction project, and hence, the sustainability of the construction project can be achieved by feasible cost-benefit analysis. In order to undertake the construction works, the possible estimation of the costs and the tangible and intangible benefits are required to be taken into consideration. Thus, with the help of this specific analysis, the organisation would be able to devise budget and quality control techniques to ensure construction sustainability. Spatial Data Infrastructure, SDI. Hierarchy. Due to the interference of the technology in the business, in recent times, the global industries are becoming the parts of the global village. Thus, the SDI analysis may help in achieving the simulations among the stakeholders in the construction industry. Moreover, the SDI hierarchy will also help the multinational construction industry to run their cross-border construction projects efficiently. The various SDI initiatives are developed through the state, national, regional, and global basis. The development of SDI is attained within each of the disciplines in order to improve the decision-making process, keeping the idea of sustainability in mind. Hence, compliance with this theory would help the UK construction companies to minimise the wastes in the construction process, along with maintaining environmental sustainability. Eco-strategy wheel. The eco-strategy wheel is a valuable tool that helps in the evaluation of how a product can be made more eco-friendly. It also serves as a stimulation for introducing new, improved techniques of production that are more environment-friendly. Hence, the construction companies in UK needs to implement the technique of Six Sigma to reduce the wastes in the operating process and ensure higher quality of work. Hence, eco-strategy wheel could help to maintain the sustainability in construction through effective quality control techniques. Adaptive management. Application of sustainability maturity model. In case of the construction industry, this model will follow the preliminary steps of project planning. The second step will involve gathering information regarding the risk assessment and further changes associated in the project schedule. Through the SDI analysis, the responsibilities are required to be delegated, which will be core activity in third step. Fourth step will be construction itself, while managing the waste simultaneously. The last step will help in managing the waste sufficiently. The waste generated from construction site is becoming a pressing issue for the developed country like UK. It put huge impact on environment as well as on human life. However, such issues can be resolved when the entire community will work collaboratively and implement new strategies for controlling waste and enhance sustainability. It is important for every individual to understand the importance of managing waste so that it enables them in attaining sustainability. By utilising eco-strategy wheel, UK construction industry can reduce waste in a systematic and operating process. On the other hand, land management paradigm can be taken into consideration, which will make sure for selecting right techniques and tools in managing land resources. This will also enable them to optimize production and select right materials in order to minimize the impact of waste. Moreover, the eco-strategic tool will ensure good work quality by maintaining sustainability in construction site. However, the research is valid enough as it will motivate and suggest the construction industry in managing waste by utilizing good quality of materials and making an effective planning. The construction industries in UK need to implement their policies in order to achieve sustainable goal. Hence, by adopting such waste management techniques, the UK construction industries in upgrading their quality of performance by making reasonable changes which will lead towards success. The relevant theories and models are analysed to evaluate the sustainable development of construction project. In this research, the researcher will follow the appropriate bunch of research techniques and tools, which will help in waste management in construction industry. Additionally, these waste management techniques will also help in the better management of the respective environment and maintain the sustainability of the industry. Citation details are available on request. Please like, follow and subscribe.